What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by Lock City. It's Claw here today, and I hope you guys are all having a great start to your weekend. Today we'll have episode number 76 of the JuiceBox with an outlook into the Saturday MLB slate. But before we get into it, just a reminder that you can join our premium tier Discord at wap.com/lockcity. For only $5 per month, this gets you access to every cheat sheet every day across all active major sports, access to premium picks from all 9 of our pro cappers, and tons of sports-specific and stat-specific data points on a daily basis to help you become a better sports bettor. That's wap.com/lockcity. Get instant access for only 16 cents a day. And to recap yesterday, the JuiceBox Lock of the day, the Braves and Red Sox game under 8, another winner, cash. Chris Sale, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts. Crochet, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. The game ended 4-2. It was 2-1 going into the 9th, and then got, I guess, a little bit sweaty, but not too much. They did combine for 3 runs in the 9th. But anyways, cash the under. We're going to find another winner today for you guys, but let's get into it. First game on the slate, we got the Mets at the Yankees. Griffin Canning versus Clark Schmidt. The Mets are plus 110 on the money line, and the Yankees are minus 130. We have an over-under of 9.5. The Yankees won yesterday in the first game of the Subway Series, but Griffin Canning, he's been great for the Mets this year. He's 5-1, 2.36 ERA. On the other hand, Clark Schmidt, 1-1, a 4.73 ERA. I think the Mets even the series up here, and I think we'll get that rubber match on Sunday Night Baseball. So my best bet in this game would be to just take the Mets on the money line at plus 110. Next up, we have the White Sox at the Cubs. Sean Burke versus Matthew Boyd. The White Sox are plus 230 on the money line, and the Cubs are minus 285 with an over-under of 10. The weather looks good in this game. Again, yesterday we saw this game go way over the 11.5 total. I think that we just go right back to the total here again, over 10. Would be my best bet in this game. Definitely don't mind fading Sean Burke here. He's got a 4.15 ERA, and the Cubs offense has been pretty hot lately. So take the over there. Next up, we have the Tigers at the Blue Jays. Reese Olson going for the Tigers. The Blue Jays still to be determined, but the Tigers are minus 142 on the money line, and the Blue Jays are plus 120. Over-under of 8.5. Again, I don't see how we don't just take the Tigers here. So, I mean, Tigers on the money line, minus 142. They've been the best team in baseball so far this year, so we should keep riding them. Next up, we have the Nationals at the Orioles. Jake Irvin versus Kyle Gibson. The Nationals are plus 136 on the money line, and the Orioles are minus 162. Over-under of 10. We could see some runs in this game. Again, like I said yesterday, really not sure why the Orioles are favorites again, especially considering they're starting Kyle Gibson. He's 0-2 with a 13.11 ERA on the year. Last game out versus the Angels, he only went 4 innings, 5 earned runs. Versus the Royals, 4 innings, 3 earned runs. Versus the Yankees, he only went 3 2/3, 9 earned runs. Jake Irvin, on the other hand, is 2-1 with a 4.0 ERA. But he's had decent success versus the Orioles in his career. They're only batting .258 off of him in a limited sample size, however. But I think that the best bet here is to is to keep fading the Orioles, keep fading Kyle Gibson. The starting pitching staff is quite frankly not that good. So Nationals on the money line again, plus 136. Next up, we have the Rays at the Marlins. Drew Rasmussen versus Sandy Alcantara. The Rays are minus 148 on the money line, and the Marlins are plus 124. We went over under of 7.5. I think a good look in this game could be Drew Rasmussen's strikeouts. You can get over 5.5 at plus 110. He hasn't really hit this line often this year, but the matchup is pretty great here. The Marlins are top 5 strikeout team versus right-handed pitching. The last few righties have all cleared this line. Dodge Bradley got 6, Jamison Tyon got 7, Ben Brown got 6, Shane Smith got 7. So yeah, Drew Rasmussen over 5.5 strikeouts, plus 110 on DraftKings. I love that look for this game. Next up, we have the Pirates at the Phillies. Carmen Mladinsky versus Zach Wheeler. The Pirates are plus 235 on the money line, and the Phillies are minus 290. Over under of 8.5. I think the best bets in this game are Zach Wheeler over 7.5 strikeouts and Phillies on the run line. Next up, we have the Guardians at the Reds. Slade Sassoni versus Brent Sutter. The Guardians are minus 125 on the money line, and the Reds are plus 105. Over under of 9.5. This is going to be Sassoni's first start for the Guards versus Sutter here, who is going to be an opener for the Reds. So he's probably not going to pitch more than 1 or 2 innings. Nothing in this game would lean the Guardians on the money line. Next up, we have the Astros at the Rangers. Ronel Blanco versus Tyler Mahle. The Rangers are minus 142 on the money line, and the Astros are plus 120. Over under of 8. Not too much in this game. I would lean the under again. We just saw the over hit yesterday, but now we get a couple of good pitchers here today. Tyler Mahle 4-1 with a 1.47 ERA this year. Blanco 3-3 with a 4.04 ERA. But he looks like his last start he might have started to figure it out. Got back into his form from last year. He went 8 innings, 2 hits, 0 earned runs. I think he can have another similar performance versus the Rangers, whose offense has not been stellar this year. And like I said before, in baseball, we shouldn't fade the streaks. Take the Twins on the money line here, minus 115. They've won 13 in a row, and I think they got the pitching matchup again with Pablo Lopez on the bump. He's looked pretty solid in his last few outings. So keep riding the Twins until they fall off. Next up, we have the Rockies at the Diamondbacks. The Herman Marquez versus Zach Gallen. The Rockies are plus 270 on the money line, and the Diamondbacks are minus 340. Over under of 9. Not too much on this game, really. By now, you guys all know the Rockies are a horrendous ball club. Take the Diamondbacks on the run line. Take Zach Gallen over 7.5 strikeouts. Moving on. The Mariners at the Padres. Emerson Hancock versus Nick Pivetta. The Mariners are plus 150 on the money line, and the Padres are minus 180. I like this spot here for the Padres to bounce back after yesterday, and Nick Pivetta to bounce back after he got rocked in his last start at the Rockies. He's been phenomenal at home this game. He hasn't lost, and he's got a 1.42 ERA. I think he can bounce back here. I even kind of like the run line here for the Padres. It's a plus 124, so that's a nice number. Next up, we have the Athletics and the Giants. Luis Severino versus Landon Root. The Giants are minus 130 on the money line, and the Athletics are plus 110. We're going to come back to this game here in a minute for the JuiceBox Lock of the day. But moving on, we also have the Angels at the Dodgers. Tyler Anderson versus Clayton Kershaw. The Dodgers are minus 245 on the money line, and the Angels are plus 200. Over-under of 9. I like the over in this game. Kershaw, he didn't really look that great last year. He's making his first start of the year. And I like how the Angels' bats match up here versus the lefty and Tyler Anderson. But going back to the Juice Box Lock of the day, we're going to the Athletics and Giants game. And we're going to take the Athletics on the money line here. Luis Severino, he's been a much better pitcher on the road this year. Pitching away from that Little League ballpark he's in, he's got a 0.95 ERA on the road. And he's also owned this Giants team in his career in a limited sample size of 58 at-bats. They're only batting 138 versus him. But looking back at how he's done on the road, at the Rangers, he went 5 innings, allowed 1 earned run. A game the Athletics won 7-1. Versus at the Brewers, he went 8 innings, 1 earned run. A game the Athletics won 3-1. And at the Mariners, he went 6 innings, 0 earned runs. This is a game they did lose, but by no means was his fault. Looking at the other side of things, we got Landon Root on the bump, 2-3 with a 4.95 ERA. And he's turned it around a bit lately, but I do think that the A's bats will be able to get to him here today. The Giants have lost each of his last 3 starts. He's not much of a strikeout guy, but the A's don't really strike out, so they'll be putting the ball in play versus him. But I just really want to back Severino on the road here outside of that AAA stadium or whatever they're playing in this year. And I like the price on them to bounce back here. So Juice Box Lock of the day, lock it in. Athletics on the money line, plus 110. Hope you guys cash all your bets today, and we'll see you here again tomorrow. Peace.